We are here tonight in Flint, Michigan, where people are still struggling. More than 4 years since the onset of a water crisis where lead poisoned their children and their families. All-in reporter Tremaine Lee spent some time talking to residents about what it's like living under the shadow of that disaster.
They have to sit in the line for hours. I have people that come at nighttime. It used to be 4 o'clock in the morning. Some people come at 12 at night so they can be in the beginning, so they can be on time for work.
Why is this happening? I'm just trying to figure out, 2 years later, people are still having to come up and drink bottled water.
2 years later, they say it's fixed. If you see all of these people, do you think it's fixed? A lot of people, water is still colored. So that's the answer right there. The crowd is the answer.
People don't trust it, and I don't trust it, and I don't think it's safe. And the same people who told us it was safe when we was in this predicament are the same people telling us now that it's safe.
Because that's what it's about, right? It's the trust.
Correct.
All trust has been lost in Flint.
It's gone.
Do you trust the water? I mean,
I trust the bottled water.
Okay, not the stuff coming out your pipe.
No, I don't trust the stuff coming out of my pipe.
Do you feel you've been let down by like politicians and the governor, and like how high does it go?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Oh, it's like at every aspect of my life. My kids are like, Mom, we need water. Mom, we need water. We need water for the dog. Mom, we need drinking water. I mean, it's not just for us; it's for the animals as well. So yeah, it impacts at every aspect of our lives.
I've been here for 60 years. Flint has never been like this. Never. We've always had clean water. Look, this is Flint is supposed to be the state with all of the nice lakes and stuff like that, and everything is contaminated. I mean, what happened?
We're here today to deliver some water to Flint residents, to residents who are medically critical or people with disabilities, households that can no longer get service because the state ended the funding. And today we met a gentleman who is legally blind. We got your water.
Okie dokie.
And so he needs assistance with bottled water as well as the filter, the faucet filter that Flint residents are using. So our program currently is servicing about 170 households each and every month. These folks who cannot get out of their homes are really the forgotten people of Flint.
All-in reporter Tremaine Lee joins me now. Tremaine, it's just shocking to see a line of cars lined up in an American city in 2018 to get clean water.
Because we haven't seen Flint in the news, there's a sense that maybe things are back to normal. But there's nothing normal about what I saw that day. Nothing normal about cars streaming out of the parking lot down the highway. Nothing normal about parents saying, I won't give any to my children. I can't cook in it. We can't brush our teeth with it. You think about the disabled, the most vulnerable among us who, before the city and state given thousands of families free water, now they have to rely on the charity of churches. Nothing normal about this.
So they cut off the funding, right, to give it to folks with disabilities, and that is because what the state says is, and I'm reading from a Detroit News editorial which sort of sums it up, it says for months now that the Flint water is safe but trust lacking. For months now the water has registered normal lead levels and families can drink their water without fear. That is the line from various state and local officials. It's just really hard for anyone to believe that after what they went through.
The same people who lied for months, and we saw that in emails, the email trail that leads back up through the State Department of Health and even higher. Those are the same people that said, you can trust us. And people were poisoned and children were poisoned. One of the biggest costs in all of this is the trust. Obviously there was death. Obviously there was great pain. People with rashes, hair falling out. It was terrible the way this city was poisoned. But the lack of trust, even if the water is fine, no one's going to trust it.
That strikes me as a problem. I mean, they could fix your pipes here, right? And they could actually, if they did fix the water, how would anyone know?
That's right.
Right? I mean, how would anyone know? Who would believe them if it was the most perfect drinkable water in the entire country?
But also, we focused on lead because we understand there's no coming back from any exposure to lead. But there are other pathogens, PFAS. There's so many other concerns beyond the lead, and the people know that. You talk to anyone in Flint, everyone's a little mini scientist. They know how many parts per million and billion. They understand what's in the water, and they still haven't gotten any recourse, no accountability.
We've also seen studies about fertility, about miscarriages. We've seen Legionnaire's disease. The official death toll, I think, from the state is what, 15 people, but there are a lot of people who think it's much higher.
Oh, that's right. But even when you think about what's happening to the school children, where school children in schools still aren't able to drink the water, the principals won't allow it. When you think about the extent of the pipe repairs, they're still exchanging pipes here. So it's much broader than we could ever imagine.
Now they have done a bunch of pipe repair on the sort of main lines, right? The problem, as I understand it, is you still got people's houses, and all those pipes are basically mostly been untouched.
That's right. There's still a number that need to be exchanged, and then some of the testing. One concern that many people told me, they said, you know what, they keep testing the same houses over and over again. They're not testing ones that they haven't been exchanged the pipes yet, and so it's still ongoing. And for so many people, they feel that they've been abandoned and left out, not just by local politicians, by the state and certainly the federal government.
Yeah. So we talk about this. If people are sort of paying attention to this now, there's this just. It's outrageous, and there's a real question about accountability. And you did some reporting on this prosecution, which we're going to bring folks tomorrow night as part of the town hall. Nick
Lyon, who leads the state health department, is charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. He's one of 15 officials and other people charged in this. And so many people believe it's just a sham. Right. That until we get a conviction, there's no justice, right? And also that the state is paying for his defense. And so you have the special prosecutor, which some people trust, some people don't. But he's there trying to bring some semblance of justice. He told me, he said, listen, we're going to get 12 people to decide. And I believe that there are people who have committed crimes here. And I said to him point blank, are there people who you believe committed crimes who have yet to be charged? And he, in so many words, says, yes, the investigation is ongoing.
All right. Tremaine Lee, thanks, man. Thanks for all your work, as always.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.